Yeah. So
All right.
welcome everyone.
That's right. We want this to be a time where you're going to learn something, you're going to be excited about things, and yet it's open forum. You can ask questions, you can
Yes.
contribute, because we want you contributing. And we'll talk about that when it comes to our groups as well. We want you contributing there too, as well.
And we want us to feel connected, even though we have people on here from Florida and we're in Colorado, and Michelle, you're Georgia, right? Do I have
Yeah.
that right, Michelle? We've got two Michelles. One of our Michelles is from Georgia, and I think Michelle Bussell. Is that you, Michelle Bussell? In the other, you don't have your camera on, which is fine. If you guys don't, yeah, Michelle's there. So we've got a couple Michelles. So this brings us together from across the nation, and maybe eventually we'll even have some Australians and
That's
people
right.
from Europe. So this is a way for us to really connect and get excited and we're going to do this every week.
Every week. It just be short. We're not going to make it very long so that it's convenient for you and you can get on with your life, because we know how that is.
Exactly. And make it when you can, because it's just going to be a shot in the arm of excitement and motivation and things that are going to help you in your life, all aspects of your life.
That's right.
So
all right, so we want to just cover a few things that are so important.
we do.
And honestly, the first thing,
Well, and before we start, let's just do a little bit of recognition, because we have our Look Fab for Fall, guys. Yay! Like,
really cool.
Heather, you have just share, you and John, right? Have both have some weight loss.
Yep. So our first week, I lost 4 pounds. My husband lost 3.5 pounds.
That's great.
And I measured my waist, which is my biggest problem, and I lost a 1/2 inch.
Oh,
excellent,
really
Heather.
Cool. Yay!
And Heather came to Isagenix for the collagen, and then decided to give some other things a try. And Ingrid, do you want to share? Because you're down, I think you told me 5 pounds. You've been going a couple weeks now.
Well, I knew I was going to be going out of town, and I couldn't bring everything I wanted to. I was going to have some stuff shipped there, but I was only going to be there for 7 days. And I ended up being there for 10 days, but I did at least bring like my protein shakes and my snack bites.
Good.
And so I kind of started early, knowing that I might not be able to start on time back at home with everything. So I'm like down to 5 pounds. So
Gosh.
really hard for me to lose weight with thyroid issues and aging and, just everything.
Well, and we have our beautiful Michelle Vincent, who's been using our collagen for, it's over a year now, right, Michelle?
Oh.
You don't have to.
Or something like that.
And you've also, even though you're not doing like the shakes and everything, you've just been working out and getting fit and feeling great, right?
Yes. I think it has a lot to do with aging. I want people to kind of like not believe that I'm 53.
There you go. That's right. That's right. So, and I just, and as far as like kind of on the business side, just want to acknowledge Heather. Congratulations for hitting our manager level.
Yes.
Congratulations, Heather. That is it's not easy. And it's, you've really just been consistent, sharing from your heart, following up with people, and you're on an amazing path. Ingrid, you've hit consultant. Congratulations. And you're going to keep going. And Julie on here, you don't have to talk if you don't want to, but she just basically, when she got her product, just like sent the link to her sister, and just kind of automatically, by just being like, I'm going to try this, had a couple people try it out. So that's really how simple it can be.
That's right.
And then just want to acknowledge our other Michelle. She has been a very loyal customer. She's signed up a lot of people and just really stayed the course long term. So we have a great group, and we might have some more that are going to pop in here, and we're recording it for those that can't make it live. But just know that we acknowledge all of you for taking this time out, and
Thank you.
we really just have a lot of really fun plans, and our mission is just growing, and we're just creating more urgency around it, I think is
That's
the
a good way to
biggest
put it.
thing.
Absolutely. Well, the first thing we want to talk about is the trip that some
Yes.
of us are going for, and anyone can go for it. We have 1 month to win this trip. Now, it's a trip to Tulum, Mexico.
Yes.
And
It's in December, so the dates are December 8th through the 11th.
Yeah. And in order to do that, you're going to enroll 10 people.
Right. So that means you're going to help 10 people. So someone like Michelle Vincent, I know you're brand new to, hearing all this. So that's helping 10 people get started with some products. It's 100 points. And then they are signed up on that subscription.
That's right. And then you want to develop 4 of those the consultants.
Right.
Which means you help them get 2 people.
And all of you are consultants on here.
That's
Which
right.
means you have 2 customers ordering under you. So you want 4 people to be like you that you helped get started. And then you have 1 person that's like Heather, who's a manager. And what that means is 2 of your people under you got there too. So that might be kind of confusing, and we don't expect you if
No,
you're
but we
brand
can help
new.
you with it.
Exactly. But 1 month is not, that's plenty of time, even if you just start now, to go for that goal. So
Well, and we're here to help you with that. In other words, we can get on the phone with people. We can get on 3-way text messages, Facebook messages. We can help you close that in and make things happen.
and we do it all the time, because the hardest thing is, what do you say to people, right? Like, isn't that the biggest question? Is you love the product, but what do you say? Like, how do you bring it up to people? And if they're interested, maybe what do you say next? And that's where we want to help you. There are scripts out there. There's certain things that you can say, but sometimes you need to just know in a specific situation. So that's where, and I've told Heather this, and I've told several people, if you get into a conversation and you don't know what to say next, just send me a message and say, what should I say next?
Yeah, here's what they said. What should I say?
And I know even many of you on here, I know Michelle, you've started some 3-way conversations on Messenger, right? When people are interested, and just say, my friend is interested. Can you give her some information? That's a great thing to do as well.
Okay.
Yeah. So definitely you lean on us, because as you see us as what we type and how we talk to people, that's how you learn, is through just seeing us do it in real time.
Well, and
So
as far as we know at this point, there are 21 people who have earned this trip, which
that is
means that
not many, you
out of
guys.
200, that's 10%.
There's 200
So
spots.
we
Only
can all
20,
go for it.
only 21 people in the whole company have earned it so far. So there's definitely time, and there's, space for you to earn that trip.
That's right. So we're here to help you with that. And then what we want to talk about, because it's really important. We have a group on Facebook. We did have 2 of them. We're just going to 1.
We narrowed it
altogether.
in so that you don't feel like you have so many groups to keep up with. I know it's tough to keep track of everything. So it's going to be just Team Prosper is the group that you'll go to. That's where we're running our challenge. That is where we will talk about the business. And if you don't want to see a lot of business posts, feel free to just, you don't have to feel like we're talking to you, okay? Because we've got people in all levels. Some people just casually want to share, and that's fine with us. We love that. And, some people want to really go big at it. So don't ever feel like, oh, I'm not doing enough. That is not the case at all. We appreciate you being there, and we just really want to help you. The first goal is to get our products paid for, right? Yay, let's have our products free.
Well, and I want you to know this, that the company statistics are that 93% of people who get their product free order every month, ongoing, forever.
Why
Why
wouldn't
wouldn't you?
you,
It's free.
right?
and you're getting it free, you would.
Yes. Yes.
So that would be a goal of anybody, whether you want to build a team or not.
Exactly. You don't have to be, I know many of you are very busy and you don't really need another job, right? So this could just be something that you share for fun on the side, casually. Start some, start 2 conversations every week with, if you feel comfortable with me, or if you know Ron and you think it's a man, and maybe starting a conversation with him would be more appropriate. So even if you started 2 conversations a week, think of that. That's 100 we have 50 weeks. That's 100 conversations, you guys. Like, that's a lot. And that's just 2 a week. So
That's right. And within the group, and this is something that we kind of want to talk about, this is not our group. This is all of
all of
our
our
group.
group.
And so you see us post and this kind of thing. And a lot of you, when we talk to you, you go, oh, yeah, I saw that post. That was really great, or what
Right.
have you. What we want to do is a couple of things. We want you to be a part of it. So when you think of something inspirational, or when
Mhm.
you think of a product you love, or something about the business, let's just use
Uh-huh.
that, and something about the business that you want to talk about, do a post.
Yes. Heather,
You
you did a great job posting about your weight loss in there. That was
that
awesome.
was
About
really
your
good.
Thanks.
4 pounds down, or just little wins that you have. We want to
Yeah.
hear from each one of you.
That's right.
And
And it only takes a couple of minutes to do that. The other thing
yes.
is, when you see a post from us or Heather or Michelle or Ingrid, anyone on here, don't just look at it and move on. And I'll tell you why in just a second. Make sure that you react on it.
Yeah.
A like, a love, a wow, whatever you want to
Put a
react
little
on it,
comment on
and put
it.
a little comment. That's awesome, or what have you, or just a little face or something like that. Why? Because not only is that a group for all of us to be involved with, but you can take new prospects and people who have not started with Isogenics and say, I'd just like to, in fact, think about that. Instead of trying to sell them something, you say, well, we have this group and there's a lot of information in it. I'd like to put you in the group if you'd want to join the group. A lot of people say, sure, I'll join the group, and that's no pressure. But when they go in there,
Yes.
you want them to see that you're busy
We're all
interacting
active
and
in
that
it.
you're posting, because then they're like, oh, this is a lively group. This is great. I
Right.
love this.
And we also have our Better Than Botox group as well, which is just the collagen and
And
the Cellutois. And that one is designed to put new people into that are interested in the beauty products, so that
well,
they
and
feel like it's
let's
the
include
beauty.
hair revival. in that
Hair
too.
revival. Yes. Michelle, you're doing hair revival, right? Yes. I don't know if
that's
anyone
really
else
cool.
is doing hair revival. I think Julie was going to order it on her next order. So it's been
But
such a
that's part of the
blessing.
beauty line as well.
It is. It
Beautiful
is.
hair is important, right? And with guys, plenty of hair is important as you get older. So hair revival is a great thing. So yes, in
Absolutely.
those groups, just keep that in mind.
Yes,
And
and we know you don't have a lot of time to just sit on Facebook. So if you can just pop in the group, just kind of scroll through, you don't have to read every detail of every post, but just to kind of, the thing is, then Facebook puts it out to all of our members, because if there isn't a lot of interaction, nobody sees our posts. And we want just everyone to feel like we have, that we're connected and are alive. And this is something every group deals with. It's not just our group, guys. It's like groups are just, posts in general are just being held down on Facebook in general. So it takes a kind of a action for us to go to that group. And sometimes we'll tag some of you in the post so you see it, because they don't run it through the Facebook feed.
And when
So
we do tag you, it does send you a message in Messenger now, just so you're aware. They do
I
that
think it does.
automatically quite
Heather,
good.
did you have something?
Yeah, I recently
Check on
learned
it.
in a training that if you have people put at least 3 words on a response to a post, that the algorithms go way up and the
That's
post gets generated and viewed and seen more. So we can all help each other out by not
I
just
love it.
putting a like or a love, but to actually just
3
even
words.
a 3-word sentence or something that just
Way to go, right? If you see someone that has a victory, we don't have to read the whole story. We can just say, way to go, awesome.
And we all should be friends on Facebook, so that if we post something about the product or business or our lives, on Facebook on our personal profiles. Let's all
Absolutely.
support each other on that as well.
Absolutely. So
And Facebook is there to make money, and that's why they don't push out groups and pages
they
very much,
are,
because they want you to pay to get attention.
they want you to pay and
So
all that crazy stuff.
now
So
it's easier to invite them to the group, right? Well, it also would be easier to invite them to a presentation that Allison and I
yes,
are going to do on Thursday nights.
we just came out with this. This is a new thing that we are starting on Thursday because it is very difficult. It's difficult to know what to say to someone about the product, but it's even worse to talk about the compensation plan, right? Like, what do you say? Like, how do you share the business with someone? So, we are going to put together our goal is to make it at the most 20 minutes presentation so that people get on there and we present it as clear and concise, not a lot of fluff. And then if they want more information, we, kind of start a conversation to help them get more information.
So when you have a conversation with someone about, I'm doing this business, I love building a team, you might like it too, and they're not
Right.
sure. You say, well, let me just invite you to a 20-minute presentation that will be concise, and we'll talk about how the business works.
Right.
And it's
Right.
a lot easier to invite them to that than to try to explain it yourself.
So
For
we're
sure.
we're going to be, talking about what's going on in the world right now. We're going to make it relevant to what people are going through as far as inflation. And if they own a business, all their costs are skyrocketing.
Mhm.
Just for example, someone that owns like a hairstyle, they own a salon, gloves have tripled. Just those gloves that they have to wear have tripled. Foils have tripled. Their color has tripled. So same thing with restaurants, same thing with every business. And so this is a way for people to make an additional income without, I looked up, I have a friend who opened Blow, a hair dry bar. I love her dearly. She had to invest 300,000, you guys, 300,000, and it took her a full year to even get herself a paycheck for her to make a profit. So, and then, I looked at another lady, someone else that opened like a dream dinners type thing. Like, you have to have like $500,000 of you have to have a net worth of $500,000. You have to put 200 or 300,000 up, and you're not really guaranteed a profit your first year. That's just franchising. So then if you look at, real estate investing, or you look at putting money in a stock market, all of those things take capital and they take risk. Our only risk in this business is the products that we're putting into our body every
That's
single
right.
month.
We're using it every month and getting healthier. So there's really not any overhead because we eat our overhead,
Exactly. So
or we
those
apply it on our
those kind
faces.
of concepts are what we're going to present. It's not going to be an isogenics. Isogenics is it's not going to be about just how great isogenics is going to be. It's going to be painting the picture of why this kind of business, and we have a page called The Best Business on the
Why is this
Planet,
the best business on the planet?
why it is.
And we are at 7:20, which means this is how long that call would be. 20
Right.
minutes is all
This
on
is
Thursday.
it. And
So
we
we'll
are
have,
almost wrapping up
we
with
are
you
right now.
guys.
We are having this particular team Zoom on Tuesday, and at the exact same time on Thursday, so the same time in your time zone, we will have the power of two talk.
And that is something to invite new people. You don't even have to tell them a lot. You can just say, you know what? I am, I'm hustling for some extra cash. Would you want to hop on and just hear a little bit about it? Would you want to hear a little bit about what we're doing and what I'm doing and why I'm doing? That is it. And most of the time people will say yes. And you might need to invite 5 or 6 to have one show up, because
right.
that's the nature of people's lives.
Exactly. We invited, I don't know how many for sure we invited, but I
I
can
have
tell you,
I have my list.
well,
And
but I can tell you that about half the people that said they'd be on here are not on here. So you can expect that as well. They'll
just
tell you, yes,
life
life
happens.
happens.
We get
Mm.
that. That's why we're
And-
taping this,
and
so
if-
people can watch it.
And if they don't get on this week, maybe they'll get on next week.
Exactly.
So we just kind of keep with them on that.
Yes.
But let's open it up. If you're muted, you can unmute if you want. But are there any comments, any questions, anything you'd like to
And
say?
I
And
don't
Heather,
know-
I see Heather.
Yeah, go ahead, Heather.
Well, I just want to say that I want to encourage everyone because this is not difficult. I mean, this seems so easy, and getting to manager was not a big thing. It was not that hard. And then also, you know, from previous experience in other MLMs, I am making money faster in this than I made in any others. And I used to have to inventory a lot of stuff, and there is nothing to inventory. I mean, this is like a dream come true. It's like
I love
the
it.
best. And I mean, I started off making money right away on this, and it's just been so easy. And I just want to encourage all of you, if you're starting out, to you know, not look at it as something difficult. Just
I
Thank
love
you.
that,
That is
Heather.
great. And thank you for that. And also, there are time-based bonuses, and the reason they're
Yes.
time-based is that Isogenics knows that if you're going to do something, you want to move on it pretty quickly.
Right.
We're not talking super quickly. We're talking 30 days, 60
Right.
days. You've got plenty of time. And so if you want to know how to make bonuses and make them in a pretty
And-
short order, just
Mhm.
ask us. And we may go over that sometime on one of these Zooms, but
Right.
just ask us
And
because we can
there's
tell you how to do it.
so you know when you get someone started, you get a little bonus. It's called product introductory bonus.
Oh, we lost our
So
phone.
that's one way to get paid. And then we have our cycles, which some of you, if you don't know what that is, don't worry about it. That's basically your long-term money. It's
That's right.
6% of everything running
Give
through
them
your
those figures real
organization.
quick, and then we'll call it good for today.
Yeah. So
Oh, it's
this just
backwards.
shows, yeah, is this backwards when you guys
Yeah.
are looking at it?
yeah, it's good.
Oh, it is. Okay,
So,
ours is backwards.
When we talk about getting 2 people, if you had 2 people in your organization order every single month, you would make $6. That is not
That's not
exciting.
anything.
And then, so this is our power of 2, where
Well,
we're
but we're talking
taking,
long term, not
yep,
product
this is our
introduction,
long-term money,
not what you make when you sell them something,
Right.
not bonuses, just
not the
long-term.
time sensitive bonus. This is our long-term money. Now, if you double that and we go to 4, you're going to make $24 per month.
Not
Still
much.
not very exciting. Then when you go again, it's 8 people and you're going to make about $48 per month.
Ongoing.
Then we get to 16 and it goes to $96. You're still not even really have your product really isn't paid for quite yet. Then we get to 32 people ordering. It's $192. Now you're selling, your products are getting paid for. Now we go to 64 people ordering every month. You're now earning $384. 128 people, you're now at $768. It still isn't like super exciting money.
But let's pause for a minute. This is not that many people that you signed up. It's going to be
Right.
your team. It's going to be teamwork. It's going to be a lot of people bringing people in.
Exactly. And many of you can log in to your back office and see how many team members you have. And most of you are going to have more team members than what you got started because it's the whole network.
That's right.
So I just want to show you the power though of exponential numbers where for a long time it's not exciting, but then there's a certain tipping point that it's
Oh,
like,
you reached that.
oh my goodness, it's super exciting. So then we have 256 people ordering in our organization and we have 1536 a month. That's, like I said, those are your recurring money that's on top of all the other little bonuses you can earn. Then if we have 512, we have $3,072. Then you get to 1,000 people ordering in your organization, you're earning $6,100. Look how big this gets. Then you have 2,000, you're now at $12,000 per month. And then 4,096 people and you're at $24,000 of income. That's per month.
Per month.
And then a maxed out center is about 8,100 people ordering in your organization every single month. And let's just say it took 5 years or 6 years or 10 years for you to have the recurring income of $50,000 a month.
It's
Would it
worth
be
it.
worth it just working at it a little at a time? A little at a time, like a 401k, like a, you know, an IRA, you see it just growing, growing. And it's not exciting at first. It's not really exciting, but if you stick with it, it will blow your mind exciting
We
when you
like to
hit.
talk about freedom and money
Yes.
that brings you freedom. At what point on that scale would you be able to say, I'm walking away from my job?
Yes.
I mean, think about it. That's really cool.
And you write it down
But
and
we need to
you
go.
visualize it. Yes, we're at our 30
Yes,
minutes.
yeah,
So
we
we're
don't
going
want
to
to go any
stop
longer.
the recording.